Thank you very much.
Yes, I'm posting it. Me.
So are you actually like on the Instagram app typing it with your thumbs, or are you doing it somewhere else?
No, my fucking tongue.
Right.
Yes, I'm posting it. Me.
Doing it somewhere else.
You got good sleep last night?
What?
You got good sleep last night?
Yes. I mean, my sleep in this month of January,
Yeah.
2019, best sleep hours I've put in a month, consistently,
Yeah.
in 5, maybe, I don't know,
And last month was
Years.
awful, yeah.
years. I've just been going to sleep. I've been getting 8. I've been
8+.
getting 8+ hours.
Good. That's
pretty
huge.
consistently.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's been nice. I love that. How you feel. I really think people need to know about tissue work. Like, I'm real serious. Like, no joke. Like, it's not like I don't think yoga's 100% bullshit either. But like, tissue work is it just everybody's different. You got to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
But like, RDLs are going to give you more flexibility than yoga, right?
I mean, it depends what you're doing, but
What do you think?
I think that
It rips up that muscle.
I think that there's a difference between flexibility and mobility, and
I see.
and the RDLs will give
I'm already
you.
bored. I feel the signs.
Wait until what's next. He's about to hate this. Bulgarian split squats. You ready? All the weight in the front foot. Good. Nice and long through here. Good. That's it. 5. Push yourself away with your elbows. Yeah, there we go. 4, 3, 2, done. Good work. It's no joke of a workout.
Do legs?
I do.
Good. Man, people don't do legs.
People do not do legs.
It's underestimated.
All those big dudes.
I know.
They're like, I can get the testosterone for my legs. Or they look so fun. That's such a common look. Big dudes, no legs.
Wicked common, especially like in Miami and stuff. Really common. You don't see any football players with small legs though.
Nope.
It's a question you get asked a lot about in regards to chest.
All right, so the most common question is, I can't feel my chest. No matter what exercises I do, no matter how I hold the bar, I just can't feel it. 2 things on this. Number 1, it's really hard to feel your chest. It's very difficult and it takes a lot of time. Most people who say this, you just haven't given enough time. And for some people, they'll be able to feel it within a couple weeks, couple months. Some people, it literally might take like a year plus of really good training to do it. The second thing is, if you're having a lot of trouble in bench press, push-ups, like all these more compound movements, try doing an isolation movement. So like the first exercise I did, and Rico's gonna play some clips of it, is a horizontal adduction. So literally just with the cable machine, where I took the stack and I brought the cable this way. And this literally just isolates the pec if you're doing it properly. And you'll notice with my free hand, I'm touching my pec as I do it, as my way of trying to actually feel the muscle doing the work. It's a really good way. It's called an intrinsic cue, right? So you have extrinsic cues and intrinsic cues. It's a discussion for another day, but this is sort of getting the muscle to actually feel the muscle, the mind-muscle connection to cause doing that work. And a simple mental cue that I like to use along with that is trying to slide the pec across my chest, right? So I'll try and slide it across my chest as I do that, and that is a really good way to help feel the muscle work. So I would do that before any chest day work so you can really pre-activate the muscle.
Smith machine benching, or do you prefer a regular bench?
A lot of the powerlifting, the dogmatic powerlifters, they're like, fuck Smith machine sucks, you can't fucking Smith machine, it's for pussies, and like, they're fucking wrong. If you're doing this for bodybuilding, if you're doing this for specific muscle groups to isolate one individual muscle, it's a really good tool. That being said, if you're doing this for powerlifting, if you're doing this for the specific sport of bench pressing to get very good at that one thing, it's not the best tool because it takes away the stabilization component. But the overarching consensus being, for some people it's really good, for some people it might not be your best, but to say that it's one or the other, it's good or bad, is fucking wrong. So I'd say if you want to focus on an individual muscle group for like seated Smith machine overhead press for your shoulders or Smith machine bench press for your pecs, great. If you're doing this for the competitive nature of powerlifting, probably not your best bet. You'd be better off getting better at regular bench pressing. I'll get the 40s. I'll get the 40s.
So what is your favorite dumbbell exercise to grow your chest?
All right, I'm gonna have two different ones. The first one is to feel your pecs, because again, a lot of people, they have trouble feeling the pec. How do you feel your pecs doing? How do you feel the muscle actually contract? No matter what muscle, no matter what exercise, I can't feel the pec. Squeeze press, dumbbell squeeze press on a little bit of an incline, right here. Rico will do some B-roll of me doing the dumbbell squeeze press. Really good exercise to feel your pecs doing the work. Second favorite, I would go with more of a very heavy neutral grip dumbbell bench press. And when I say neutral grip, what that means is my palms are facing each other, right? So regular dumbbell bench press or regular bench press is here. But a lot of people, when they do this, they get too much shoulder. They feel too much because they're going out too wide and they end up shrugging up towards here. I like a little bit more neutral, or even like 45 degrees, because this way it's easier to keep your shoulders down and away and to squeeze the pecs in, right? So it's remembering that you want to try and bring the pec across your chest. And the reason I'm saying really heavy here is because a lot of people, they only go for the feeling of the muscle and not actually strengthening the muscle. And feeling it's important, but if you're not overloading it, you're not going to get stronger. So dumbbell squeeze press to feel it, heavy dumbbell bench press to grow it. If I was flat, it'd be more straight up.
Right, so like if you were going a lot more like parallel, would you feel it as much?
It's hard to actually get the pec involved because the shoulders get in the way.
So how do people do it wrong most of the time then?
Most times people will come, a lot of times people will come with their elbows tucked like this. They tuck their elbows in and they come out like this, which turns it into more tricep shoulder when you actually want to come elbows out and push away. Same thing like with a bench press. If you're doing a bench press and you're like this, and you're here, that's shoulders and triceps. But if you get your elbows out a little bit and push away, then you can feel your pecs more.
So when you're pressing, you keep open palm and you really try to push through. Why do people like really just choke the handle, and like why aren't they pressing more with their palm like you do?
So there's a couple things. Number one, if I'm bench pressing for like maximal strength, if I'm bench pressing and I want to, like, whether it's dumbbells, barbells, whatever, for maximal strength, I'll wrap my full hand around the bar, the dumbbell, whatever, and squeeze as hard as I can. The harder you squeeze here, the harder your rotator cuff fires, so you get more stabilization in the shoulder and you're gonna be stronger. On the other end of the spectrum, if I'm trying to isolate my chest and my pec, then I don't want to squeeze as hard as I can here because sometimes it'll take away some of the stress that I could put on my chest. So I'll keep it open palm, loose fingers, and just really make sure that I'm getting everything from here. I use less weight. I'm not using as much weight as I could if I was here, but I'm making sure everything is staying in line and I'm isolating my chest on every rep. So this is less of an ego lift. I'm not trying to lift as much as I can. I'm trying to feel this as much as I can. The other thing is, no matter what I'm doing, whether it's a maximal effort bench press or a movement like this, I press through the bottom of my palm. I don't press through here. When I press through here, my wrist is gonna bend backwards. When I press through here, I get a much better force transfer and there's less risk of injury on my wrist, and I get a better force transfer to use my chest better.